Hello and welcome to this weather update. It is June the 9th, 2023, and partly sunny day today. A little more in the way of some blue sky, but there's still quite a bit of haze out there from the smoke, but you definitely weren't smelling it anymore. But I still feel the effects of it. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I was out in it a couple of days ago and now I'm feeling it now, but I just feel I got a headache and I'm tired and um, we're going to look at some gases, too, actually, in the air, which I should have done. We're going to look at that, too. But you can see there's the satellite. You can see the pop-up popcorn showers and thunder showers and maybe some thunderstorms that popped up today. And we can look at the current radar here, which we'll look at this here. And you'll see there we got a couple of showers. It looks like a couple in Connecticut. There was one that formed on the South Shore. Very spotty, very scattered activity, not really bringing much in the way of rain. And again, if we look at the lightning here, not a whole lot of lightning with these. Looks like there is a storm around Atlantic City, though. There are a couple of lightning strikes there, but other than that, it's mostly just shower activity. Showing you what the day was like today. We'll first show you Argyle Lake in Babylon, where, yeah, there was a sea breeze. You can see still a milky look to the sky, but you notice some blue in the sky there. Definitely better than it has been. But still, the haze from the smoke is quite noticeable. Again, it's mostly now back aloft. Maybe not as much at the surface, but still fairly noticeable there with the cumulus clouds there billowing up. You can see there it's, again, pretty noticeable. Still very noticeable. And then as we got towards sunset, you can see here that it's still there. You can still see the effects. It's making the sun kind of orange. Definitely much dimmer at sunset than it normally would be. And then we had that shower that moved through on the South Shore around 8 o'clock. You can see it went over Rockville Center. I wasn't in Rockville Center. I didn't go because of the shower. But you can see there's the dark sky off to the west a little bit after, I guess, 8. This is like more like 8:10, 8:15. But that's when the shower hit the area. So, and you can see, again, if we rewind the radar, you'll see, we back this up to 8 o'clock, you'll see there's that little shower there that developed. No lightning with it. I didn't see any lightning with it, but it was just a pop-up shower that we saw today. But again, very, very sparse activity. There were a couple of showers. So we wind it back. Also another one that popped up on the South Shore. Oddly enough, more on the South Shore. And then again, as we are currently, you'll see, yeah, there's a thunderstorm. Looks like around Atlantic City. And then there's another pretty decent shower around Tom's River. So hopefully they're getting a little bit of rain out of these showers, hopefully. Doesn't show, fortunately not showing too much lightning with these, because we don't really want too much lightning because it could start wildfires. That's the last thing we need right now is more wildfires. Looking at the MODIS satellite, you'll see, again, this upper level low circulation here. There's all that dense smoke. The worst of it's to the south, but the fires are still burning. Still see smoke over here. Can't really see it. A lot of it's obscured by clouds. These could be thunderstorms here or pyrocumulus clouds, perhaps, because sometimes these fires can be so big they can generate their own thunderstorms, and usually those kind of thunderstorms don't produce a whole lot of rain and just create more lightning, which starts more wildfires. And then you can see a whole lot more smoke coming off British Columbia, Northwest Territories, Western Canada. So there's still a lot of smoke out there, that's for sure. So we're going to look at a few more satellite loops and show it to you. We'll look at the East Conus first, so we can show you the East Conus. So you can take a look at all that smoke again and see much of the country. It's much of the eastern third of the country, except for Florida and the west, are dealing with this smoke. It's hazy skies. I mean, I don't know when we're going to see blue skies again. You can see thunderstorms again firing up in the Midwest again there. But anyway, let's go to the weather and this, and you'll still see the air quality alerts in effect. Let's see what we got. Midnight tonight in Jersey. Hopefully tomorrow we will not need one. New York, air quality alert has been canceled. It says that's the latest. So they did cancel the air quality alert, but yet it's still showing up. So I don't know. I think it's still in effect right now. So let's take a look at some of the observations outside right now. Temperatures generally in the low 60s, 63, of course, here at the hot box outside the alley. It's closer to 68, I guess. Um, 61 at Shirley, 57 at West Hampton. It's generally mid 60s, and there was a sea breeze that did develop today. We'll show you what the day was like at Islip here. I don't see smoke or haze being reported anymore, which is good to see. So we'll roll this back to earlier. Yeah, don't see any. Yeah, you see you got 10 mile visibility there. So we had northwest winds to start, and then there was a sea breeze later on, which dropped the temperatures down a little bit. Generally speaking, it did make it more humid, though. But other than that, it's a partly sunny day. We'll look at our highs, lows, and precipitation. So let's go to that. First do our highs. And highs generally low 70s again. A little cooler around the Forks, upper 60s there. Here toward the city, more like mid 70s, 74 at LaGuardia. And then we look at New Jersey, also seeing mid 70s, a little bit warmer there due to the lack of sea breeze. And looking at our lows, 46 at West Hampton. Otherwise, we had mid 50s, generally near 60 in the city. And then 49 also got down to around 50 in the New Jersey Pine Barrens, otherwise mid 50s. So still below normal. Let's go to the precipitation, and we'll see what rainfall amounts we got in the past 12 hours. Probably not much of anything being reported here. Yeah, barely anything, unfortunately. We can look at a few of the Wonder Map rain gauges, which we will do. And you'll see a few readings around, in Northern Ocean County as well for some precipitation. Other than that, let's go to the Wonder Map here, and we'll take a look at precipitation amounts today and see if anyone got any decent amounts. I'm just curious what those cells put down on the South Shore. Barely anything. 0.11 in Rockville Center. Otherwise, just 0.01. It was barely enough to wet the ground. Really, just nothing out east either. And not much in the city. New Jersey Shore area. Maybe a few 0.02 in Toms River, but barely anything. It's just very little in the amount of rainfall here as we remain dry. So I want to point, this is something I should have gone over the last time, but I want to go to earthnullschool.net, and this will show us gases in the atmosphere, because the fires, not only are they producing a lot of dust and, particles like smoke, but they're also producing gases as well. So we're going to go to chemicals, and we're going to look first. This is carbon dioxide, and you can see these high levels here are in the green, and you can see some pretty high carbon dioxide levels. And I want to take these back a couple of days here. I think this takes it back one day. Yeah, this will take it back. So you can see that it's been elevated. I'll take it back a few more hours too, right around when it was at its worst. So you can see it's elevated here, carbon dioxide levels, up to 446 ppmv. So yeah, pretty high. Again, carbon dioxide levels because of the combustion probably from the fires, though I don't see it over here when I look at this. One thing we can do is look at carbon monoxide, which is a product of burning, and you can see how high that is. We're up to 703 ppb per V. You can see that on the side there. I hate that this thing puts it all the way on the side, because I kind of have my screen cropped a little bit, but you can see there it's pretty high. And if you go where the fires are, it's even higher. All right, 1551. It's up there. It's up there. You can also look at sulfur dioxide. Also, these fires generating a lot of that. Look at that. That's a lot of sulfur dioxide right there. So it's not just the mass can help the particles, but it's not going to help with the gases. All right? It's not going to help with that at all. All right? And then if we go to particles, of course, look at, this is where you had your really high particle when we're dealing with all that heavy smoke, that cloud of heavy smoke there. Very high particles just kind of getting put over our area there. You can see it again, the west bluer, cleaner, as well as Maine, and because they're getting that air off the Labrador Ocean there. So Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let's get this back over here. And put this back over here. We'll see. Now we're going to see where we're going from here. So I'm going to move this back over here. I'm going to see. All right, this was still 6-7. All right, 6-8. All right, now we're moving on to 6. Trying to get to the current. You'll notice the particle levels definitely are down. All right, so you'll notice the particle levels definitely stay lower, but not completely gone. We're still going to be dealing with some smoke, and of course I'll look at some of the regular smoke models as well. But I'm really curious in these chemical. Oh, you don't have that. Okay, we do have for carbon monoxide. You can still see it stays elevated in our area. This is the 10th, so this is tomorrow here. Still staying elevated. And then it gets maybe a little bit better as we get later in the day, maybe. But still, it's bad. Air quality is not good. For some reason, it's not great air quality, but it's not as bad as what we've been dealing with. But as far as nice blue skies, I don't know when we're going to see that. It's going to be some haze around for sure. So going over the models here, and then we'll go over the smoke a little more before I wrap up this weather update here for the weekend here. Just showing you the weekend here. That instability trough kind of moves a little more northeast again, so we'll have more sunshine for tomorrow. And then for Sunday, looking fair as well, and it looks like we'll be getting a southwesterly flow that day. That's as far as I'm going. Let's go look at the HRRR model right now. And again, we'll look at the 0Z HRRR model, and you'll see those scattered showers and thunderstorms dissipate in an hour or two. And then tomorrow, it's still showing a 1 or 2 possible sprinkles. I don't think we'll see much of anything. And then for Sunday, we'll see that chance again, mainly over New Jersey. But you'll see the isobars change direction. That means that we're going to have a southwest flow on Sunday, which means it's going to be much warmer. So looking at your dew points and wind flows, obviously light northwest winds to start tomorrow. All right, this air isn't terribly dry, and the winds won't be terribly strong, so hopefully we won't have any wildfire starting in our area. And then we'll have a sea breeze in the afternoon, which you see there, shifting the wind to the south, bringing a little bit moisture in. And then Sunday is when we have a southerly flow, though. It's showing a southerly flow over Long Island, so maybe Long Island will tend to be cooler with more of a sea breeze, whereas there's a southwesterly flow over New Jersey. Temperatures tonight probably not getting as cool as last night, probably mid-50s. And then tomorrow we're going to warm it up into the mid-70s for Long Island, and then near 80 in New Jersey. And then tomorrow night won't be as cool. Lows probably around 60. And then on Sunday there's going to be a big difference between Long Island and New Jersey. Long Island will probably be 75 to 80, more like 70s on the South Shore. And who knows what it'll be in the alley. But if you go into Jersey, you're going to be well into the 80s, possibly close to 90 degrees because of the difference there in the wind flow. All right, so let's go look at the skies. Let's go to the, we got to put that on the RGEM model here for that. I'll just use the RGEM model for the skies. For tomorrow, we'll have less clouds. I think there'll be some sunshine, but there might be a few clouds mixing in late in the afternoon. Could still be some haze around. We'll have to look at the smoke models for that again, because there'll be some smoke, but hopefully it's aloft and not at the surface. And then Sunday we'll see more in the way of high clouds coming into the picture with that warmer air. So if you want a nicer looking sky, tomorrow will be the day for that, I think. So let's now go and look at the smoke. We'll first go to the RAP model here. This is the RAP smoke model here, and let's just move this back to the 21Z, which goes out farther. Vertically integrated smoke, which is the first one we will look at. So you see we're getting a break from it. All right, this is tomorrow, and you start seeing toward the evening a little more of it coming in. And then Sunday, there's some of it, but it's not as bad as it was. There'll be some, but it won't be as bad as it was. Near surface smoke, which is something we will hopefully not have to deal with at all. Looks like maybe some minor near surface smoke on Sunday, but very minor compared to what we've been dealing with. Very minor. It's mainly seems to be pushed off to the south more on this, or at least that's what it looks like right now. HRRR we can also look at as well. Um, that's all we have is the 0Z run. Let me see 23Z run. Go a little further. Okay, 18Z. So let's go to the... I wonder if they have longer runs, too, on this if I pick 21Z. Not really. All right, 23Z. So let's go to the vertically integrated smoke model here. And this, again, shows in the HRRR. And you'll see here, it does seem to come in a little more toward the afternoon again tomorrow. So maybe a crazy sunset tomorrow, perhaps. But I don't, like I said, I don't think it'll be near surface smoke. We'll look at the near surface smoke as well. Doesn't look like it. There's still some though. Look at that. It's still near the surface. This is going to go all the way out to the United Kingdom. It's absolutely crazy. It really is. So let's go to the climate statistics for the day before I wrap up this weather update here. And ice slip, we had a high of 73, normal high 75, 2 degrees below normal. The low, 56, that's 3 degrees below normal. And the average of 65 was 2 degrees below normal. Yeah, I think June is going to be a below normal month at the rate we're going here. Central Park, 72, normal high 78. That's 6 degrees below normal. And they averaged about 5 degrees below normal for the day. So I think that's going to wrap up this weather update as we deal with a little bit of a respite from the smoke. But as far as getting any nice, pristine blue skies, if you want to see that, you're going to have to head out west or down to South Florida. That's it for this weather update. Have a good night. And again, no weather update tomorrow night. We'll be back on Sunday.